Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to come on and talk about something that the Lord has put into my heart. I know for sure it's Him. And so this other day I was watching, or I saw someone's status, and it was just a lady on this podcast, and she was really sharing her experience on how she had dated toxic guys, and her friend who had also done the same thing had actually dated a toxic had a history of dating toxic guys as well, but she was getting married now, and she was getting married to a really good guy. And she was just the lady who was telling the story was sharing on how she was just wondering how her friend actually ended up with this great man who actually ended up marrying her. And I think they had a little talk, or her friend was passing by when she noticed that she was deep in thoughts and whatever. And I think she asked her as to, she actually did say that she asked her on how did friend, we've dated a lot of toxic guys before, but how did you end up with this good man? And the friend was like, don't look for fireworks, look for a fireplace, right? And the lady went on to say that, a light clicked in her head, or this light bulb came into her head when her friend said that to her. And so it made her think on how often at times, women are conditioned, in society as a whole, to often look for the guy that will give you butterflies, the guy that will give you fireworks, you know, you know what I'm trying to say. But it really dawned on her that often at times we're not really taught how to choose the healthy guy, the healthy man that will cater to our needs emotionally, and not only just financially, because I know that's um the main thing in society today, especially women are taught that, or rather this whole notion of social media, of how women are often taught, or rather conditioned nowadays, especially to go for the guy that has money, the abs, the six pack, and the whatever, the triple six. Oh God. So, but anyway, I also just started to reflect really on my own life's experiences and the guys and the type of men that I've dated. And I then started to think about how often at times we conditioned to go for the guy that is really toxic and is carries a lot of toxic masculinity, like a lot of misogyny and misogynistic ideas. And looking back, I would say that had been my um cycle, until God had to disrupt the cycle for me, and really had to get me to a place where I would seek Him first, and really seek His validation first, because that is the most important thing, and that's the number one most healthiest path that a woman or anyone else really can ever take. So it really just got me thinking on how also this can be as a result of you yourself being a broken woman, right? You can have this idea of a certain type of man, but not really. It's not coming from a healthy place. It's coming from a broken place of not having done the work. So I often chose men that were really, really toxic, the controlling type, the tell you what to wear kind of men, the jealous kind of men. There are men who are actually jealous of when you pursue your goals, and the type of men that would really just not want to see you succeed. That's not the type of men that we want. So just looking back on my own life's experiences, I was really not taught and conditioned on how to look for the healthy type of man, the man that caters to my emotional needs. That's a man that's emotionally available, a man that's also healthy and whole, a man that when you are at a level of loving yourself and accepting yourself and having done the work, it becomes more easier for you to accept and love other people as well. So this is also coming from this video that I was watching of R.C. Blake's, where he defines the three types of men: the healthy men, the toxic men, and the broken men. And I think I'll leave the link down on or up somewhere of the video on the comment section. And it really was an eye-opener to me, and it made me reflect on the types of experiences where a healthy kind of man, when I was approached by a healthy guy, I didn't know how to accept that. I couldn't really see that man from to be quite honest, I thought they were kind of boring, and I really was not interested in that type of man. And so my type kind of thing would take over, which only would end up in toxic cycles and heartbreak and lower self-esteem, and the cycle is vicious. So I guess just looking back, I had to really do an internal work and really appreciate the good type of men, the healthy men, the not that I'm saying we should date people that we're not attracted to, but I've learned it's more than just about looks, honestly, because as a woman I need so much more than a pack of abs and a nice car. And it's nice when you have those things, but it's more than just that. I need someone that will cater to my emotional needs, because I'm an emotional human being, and there's so many stages that a woman has to go through, like emotionally, and I need someone that will cater to that. And also just thinking about the fact that I'm not going to be young forever and I can't choose from a superficial standpoint, because that means that that's gonna wear off. What do I have when that wears off? Like, I'm not gonna be okay. There was actually this really funny episode of The Amazing World of Gumball where the mother was it was sort of like a question when the kids were asking, how did you meet dad, and she had to like see, like, oh, I think it was like she was really reflecting on if she had actually chosen someone else instead of Gumball's dad, and how that would have actually turned out. And it was like a whole scene where these are cartoons, I'm sure some of you are familiar with them, and she was actually like going through her head on how if she had actually turned out with this rich guy, the rich guy was not really there for her. He wanted her to look a certain way, so she had to often do things to please him, and how she eventually had to have all these plastic surgeries in order to look young forever. And it's actually quite a funny like episode. I love cartoons. So and she in the end, she like has her face could hardly crack a smile because of all the plastic surgeries that she had to undergo to please this man who didn't even notice her. In that episode, I just felt like, as I reflected and saw it from a different perspective from where I was, it's like, from where I am now, it's like he didn't even see her in the room. He just was so occupied with whatever, but he just needed like a trophy kind of woman. And in the end, she went through like all these different scenarios, and she was actually happy with her choice of the guy that she ended up with. So yeah, just looking back on again on my own life's experiences, God had to disrupt the cycle of me choosing men from a place of superficiality and brokenness, and really had to disrupt the process, and really had to teach me how to be healthy so that I can choose from a healthy place as well. It's an ongoing process, of course, for everybody, because we're at different levels and different stages of our journeys. But yeah, like, I would define my choice as being more on a healthier level now. More on a good type of man, like the good type of man, the one that accommodates. It had to take me doing the work, of course, like investing in myself and God disrupting the process, like the cycle again, and actually bringing like making me reflect on my choices, and also just really kindly showing me and purging me of certain things and letting the process continue. And I would say that I'm really happy that not some, like all of my past relationships didn't work out, because from where I was and where I am today, I have outgrown the person that I was before, and it can only be God. And He had to disrupt the process, because I'm really grateful, because I feel I would have continued on this cycle and this roller coaster of also just inflicting pain on myself because of the choices that I was making. And I guess I'll do a part 2 of this. This is very random. If the Lord wills me or leads me to do a part 2, I feel like I should do a part 2, going into like defining what really a healthy, toxic, and a broken man looks like, and also from what I've learned from the videos that I've watched and the teachings that I've watched, going in depth with those, and also the healthy, the toxic, and the broken woman as well, because I think that those two will help us correlate and compare, and also continue the inner work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please like and consider following or subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.